Hello everyone and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. This is episode 42, where last time we finally got on the road to Baldur's Gate. And under the stars, on a restless night, we were attacked by Githyanki, screaming for Orpheus. After pushing our way past them into the portal and trying to help our Dream Guardian under attack, we are met with an Illithid, a Mind Flayer, by the name of the Emperor in a fancy drip, and this whole time we've been getting guided and protected by a Mind Flayer, the very thing that we are trying to free ourselves of. It's a pretty substantial thing to wrestle with that in mind. And dear old Apocalypse, who had consumed a couple of tadpoles, you know, he got a bit hungry one night, unfortunately made it a very hard, made it quite a difficult thing for us. We've actually unlocked... What? Oh shit. We've actually unlocked the ability to fly. Just automatically. I didn't even notice. When we failed to resist a wisdom check, we became partial Illithid, which automatically unlocked a couple of these because we'd only pushed in the direction of favorable beginnings and luck of the far realms, and that was it. And admittedly, those abilities helped me a lot on some rolls, I'll tell you that much. What has now happened as a result is we've automatically unlocked a couple of abilities on our brain. Now, I'm kind of scared to push this even further because we're partial Illithid. What happens later? You know what I mean? We now have the ability to fly, though. Just, whoa! Whenever we want. You know what, as a monk, that's pretty crazy. That's just, I can just fly whenever. Who needs the fly spell? It came at a great cost to us, however. While siding with the Mind Flayer and choosing to keep Prince Orpheus captive, we now look like a wrinkled prune, and we have to live with that, unfortunately. We've unlocked some Illithid abilities to transfuse our health, to fly, to do a force tunnel, concentrated blast, and psionic overload. So as a monk, we're really really going for it in certain abilities there. That's for sure. We were also dealing with Shadowheart's new look, who decided that she would use my makeover as an opportunity to steal the spotlight, and everybody in the camp is so happy for her and accepting of me, kind of. People aren't happy that I consumed the tadpole. No matter how many times I say it wasn't me, it was the failed save. I tried to resist it, everyone. Please listen to me. You know, just unfortunate. So we, you know, we persevere. However, the good news is, look at where we are. We can see Baldur's Gate out in the distance, and we've got a lovely new journey ahead of us to follow the Chosen to Baldur's Gate. Now, we didn't speak to Jaheira, because Jaheira keeps putting herself away from everybody else, so I forgot to check in with her about Shadowheart's new look and my own.
Shadowheart walks a little freer of the shadows. She could shave her skull and paint it purple. It would still suit her.
Is that a slight... I'm sorry. Are you saying that to the bold, slightly purple gnome that's standing right in front of you? Jaheira! Are you saying that I can't pull this off?
Well, are we ready for the road once more?
Right, so Jaheira won't address my beloved features. But there you go. We are now going to leave our camp See what lies ahead for us on the road. Let's see where we actually end up, because we transitioned into this new area, and this camp was all that we've seen so far.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
And I miss my Dream Visitor's voice. Alright. I have to listen to the Mind Flayer in my head now. Alright, team. I have Karlach, Starion, and Gale, and I think that's good for now. I might do a bit of a change. Shadowheart has earned her rest, I say, for now. Shadowheart was such a mainstay during Act 2. Oh, doesn't it feel nice to be out in civilization on my way? So exciting. I'm not sure who I'll replace in the party, but everyone has something that they need to do in Baldur's Gate anyway. In the sense of, we gotta rescue Duke Ravengard, and we'll do that. Don't you worry. And then Karlach wants to take on Gortash and, you know, a whole bunch of other stuff. Everyone's gonna get their own time in the sun to have their fun. I think out of all of the characters that have Baldur's Gate related activities, Cazador's ritual really intrigues me for sure. Lae'zel had the whole crash situation more than anyone kind of earlier on for her big old quest line. This whole thing for her is more so just kind of going into finding Voss. So her sort of coming to terms with things. Kind of just currently waiting for Mizora to also show up too. There's a part of me that's tempted to just straight up long rest immediately again, just to get the any Act 3 story movements that might happen. Rivington.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum.
This is the point in the story where Mapo Gnome is so twisted and jaded by what's happened to him that he just immediately starts walking around being like, "Get lost, kid! Look at me! I'm a mess! Go away!" Nah. In fact, we'll be like the guy that looks scary, but we're like, "I'll help you. Don't judge a monk by its cover. Don't judge a monk by their fists, you know? What's your name?"
Yenna. And my cat is Grub. He's shy. I'm not. My mum is called Emery. She went to go get some herbs for her spots. She was sick, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though.
I don't know where your mum is, but here, take a few coins.
Oh, thank you so much. I don't have anything, and you can't do anything without any coin. I'll pay you back when I find my mum.
All right, we'll keep an eye out. Starion approves of a kindness.
Hi. I'm still looking for my mum, but, thank you for helping me. You were really nice.
Grub. Can I talk to Grub, please? I can't talk to Grub? I can't talk to Grub? I speak with animals on, and I can't speak with Grub?
In front of the other.
That's it. I'm uninstalling. Alright, so we're in Rivington. Oh man, I'm a little bit overwhelmed already. There's so many people. Jesus.
You have anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
I'm never allowed sweet things right before bed.
This one time, we'll make an exception. As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
Do you know where we're going? What kind of inn is it? Will there be feather beds?
Can't talk. I'm sorry. The little one needs all of my attention.
We told our son that this is a holiday to spare him the truth. We don't have homes to go back to.
Oh, this is going to be a depressing area, isn't it?
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
Turn back, citizen. No passage in this direction.
Why not?
It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. Piles of dead absolutists, and a few of our own as well. The cultists assaulted the gate, armed to the teeth trying to break in. They nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened.
Oh, damn, okay. So, the march has obviously been taking place, and they're trying to probe their way into the city. Not going to make it easy for them. Steel Watch, is that some sort of fancy new rank of city watchman?
A little more than that. You'll see for yourself soon enough if you head to the city.
What if I'd like to go and look at this? Oh, God damn. Okay.
You can see the city. Up on the hill.
You mind if I loot this whole battlefield? Who's up here? Mr. Lionel.
No passage this way, I'm afraid. Turn back. It's for your own good.
What if I was to go in here? Just gonna take a look around. This is in red, so I can see what's in here. I won't look at these chests, because then a flaming fist is going to look at them and be like, ah, someone's gotten me chests. And then attack me. Oh, they got the battering ram as well. Alright, very clearly that is a barrier. You cannot explore there.
See the city. Up on the hill.
Oh, shit.
Hells was that?
Never felt an earthquake in Baldur's Gate before. What the hells?
Oh, shit. So this is the tremors that they were talking about. Fucking hell. Okay.
That's curious.
That's just the Elder Brain vibrating the ground. Scroll of Globe of Invulnerability creates a barrier that makes creatures and objects immune to all damage for 3 turns. That is pretty damn nice. Assuming that's a very high level spell that we can't just have Gale learn at this point. Alright. Shall we summon Scratch? Doug, help! Doug, help! Scratch is going to help us.
How about in those stacks of hay?
You've had worse ideas, Merlin.
Scratch is going to help us, guys. Never mind. We're just a traveling band with our dog that... Okay, it's right here.
What to do?
He won't sniff it out, but what he will do is he will stand on top of it. Video games. Thanks, Scratch. You're a very smart boy. So, want to get a dog to sniff out the chest on the ground, but he can't. Get him to stand on it. There you go. Kind of wild. There's a shovel right here. Shall I try here too?
Nothing.
The grown-ups look at me.
Because they think you're a thief, Mercon. Duh.
Oh,
But I'm not a thief. Am I?
my tiefling kids.
I could ask Mole.
What are you guys doing here?
Oh, hi! If you're here to save me again, I don't really need to be saved right now. Good thing, huh? Bye.
Okay.
You did me a real favor clearing all those ghouls out of Moonrise. That old bonebag Ketherick had some fancy junk stashed behind all the cobwebs and piles of gore.
You looted Moonrise Towers.
Didn't you? Figured we only got the scraps you didn't have the strength to carry. Still, we got some decent stuff. Made a nice change from picking through your dusty pockets.
What do you think of Baldur's Gate?
Wish I could tell you. We're stuck out here, but most of the action is beyond Worm's Crossing.
Show me these fancy items you have on offer. Anything magical?
Would I try to fool a Sharpie like you? Have a look.
I'll tell you one thing, I'm grateful that I have that fake eye because it's the only part of me that looks human on my face anymore. You know what I mean? Well, humanoid, I should say. Scabby Pugilist Circlet. Your weapon and unarmored attacks deal an additional 2 damage while surrounded by 2 or more foes. Not bad, actually. We also have the Nearly Endless Water, the Spirit of Saltiness. That's all still here, which is funny. Githyanki Greatsword. I think this is just stuff that I sold you, mate. You got anything new? The Holy Hand Soap. Using this will clean off dirt, blood, and face paint, and will remove conditions that make you smell. The slogan, Holy Hand Soap for washing your hands of dirt, muck, and even blasphemy, adorns this rudimentary bottle. The Baldur's Gate stone. It's really, really an actual stone from Baldur's Gate. Truly a historical artifact, one of a kind. I'm taking it. Because at the very least, I'm going to have Karlach throw this at everyone. Gotcha. Honestly, I should probably grab another one of these. Hour of Many Targets seems like a lot of fun. I'll grab one of those. Not as much as I was expecting, but that is okay. Thank you so much. I'm going to come and sell my other goods that are just sitting in my camp.
Stay away from trapped chests.
Huh. You have to tell me twice. Alright, let me give Mattis some more of my stuff. New campsite now. Which is fun. Oh, Yenna's in our camp. Okay. Yenna. Oh, I can talk to Grub now! I don't have to refund the game anymore.
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? You were really nice to me before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
Absolutely not. We've hit our quota for mangy strays.
Astarion approves of, I like you have a cupcake, but not, hey, I'm genuinely lost and I don't know what I'm doing. Can I just kind of sit in the corner and be quiet? And Astarion's like, scram, kid, before I eat you. Come back in 10 years. Of course you can stay, you know. Pick a spot and settle in.
Yes! You've got a fire and everything. I can cook really good. Whatever you want. Thank you, thank you.
Make sure that you put your camp right next to Astarion's, by the way. Aww. I have a cat, a dog, and an owlbear. Where's my owlbear? I need to make sure that everyone's with me. There's my owlbear. Where you at? Oh. Letter from Arabella. Why can't I talk to my own dog? Oh, because I summoned him. I talked to him. That's why. How do I dismiss him this way? Alright. Good boy. Get out of here. Scram, dog.
Alright. What now?
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
Grub.
I'm just a cat. But please, talk to Yenna.
I'm just a cat. I'm not going to hurt you, kitty.
I don't like talking.
May I pet you?
But please don't.
Oh, the raggedy whiskers. There's no way that Yenna's mistreating you, right? Why is that the question? Is Yenna mistreating you?
Yenna is my best friend. She's kind. Help her, not me.
You know what happened to Yenna's mother?
Nothing good, I don't think. She was so very sick. Maybe she made like a cat and went off to spend her last life.
Just an anxious little stuttery cat. The ink is still fresh and the letter is drawn in a careful hand. Hey you, so I owe you a lot. For one, I don't know what the inside of a snake's belly looks like. For another, you let me stay at your camp. And for another, you found out what happened to Mum and Pops. I'm on my way now, and Bone Man says it's a good thing. I just have to let the weave guide me. And as far as I can tell, it's tugging me to Baldur's Gate, so I'm headed there first. Anyway, thanks for everything. I won't forget it. Arabella. Okay, that's nice. Arabella's gone to the city, so that's part of gathering your allies. Oh, end the day is in the stables.
Never was.
You're sleeping in the stables, that's fun.
Something's on my mind.
Watching gods. But I never thought I would be happy to see the city again. Much less to smell it. The Harper safe house I spoke of is on the bridge at Worm's Crossing. Danthelon's dancing axe.
Nice. What are you hoping to find there again?
Information. The Chosen have a head start on us. I'd like to know what they've done with it.
How are you faring without your Harpers?
You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies, every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles.
I'd like to hear more about those old days.
Would you? In time, then. Perhaps once you found a rocking chair for me to doze off in.
Why are all the dialogue options about how she's old and not how she's beautiful and cool and awesome? There is an issue at hand here. There is an imbalance in the world between Halsin and Jaheira, and it must be fixed.
Soldier, this is it. We're almost to the city. First through Worm's Crossing, then on to the lower city. Oh, it smells the exact same. 10 years on, but still home. Incredible.
Nice. Everybody's got something to say about this place.
Baldur's Gate at last. We should find Sharess's caress. Voss will be waiting.
The fucking name. Sharess's caress. Oh, true. Do you think the egg is doing well?
The air grows ever warmer. The hum of life within it louder. It may yet hatch, though not soon by my estimation. In its heat lives stimulation, and in its throbbing, exhilaration. An effigy of Githyanki future, incubated inside a fragile shell.
You're getting attached. Should I start calling you Mummy Lazelle?
Only if you want me to roast you over a campfire, using my blade as a spit. But it is true that I feel some manner of responsibility for this unhatched whelp. After we free Orpheus, we can revisit the matter. If the egg hatches beforehand, well, we will shield it from the Lich Queen's zealots. Whatever may come, I will not let Vlaakith poison the fledgling with lies.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that for her. So this was a good idea to do the egg and be like, you should have that. That's really fun. I also am wondering about the whole Orpheus deal, because like, what happens if we free him? The artifact no longer works, and then we're able to fall prey to the voice of the Absolute, right? I'm not sure. I'm a little stressed about the idea of that. To have this beautiful circlet on to deal an additional damage while surrounded by 2 or more foes also puts me in a situation where I have to reveal my veiny ballsack of a head. Terrible. Is it worth it for 2 more damage?
Incredible to be back. My home. My city.
We're nearing the city. You excited to return? Reluctant? A little bit of both?
Baldur's Gate is where I first raised a glass in toast at the tender age of 14 and got so tipsy from wine, I puked in Dillard Portier's bushes. It's where the flaming fist chased me after I'd stolen a peach from a cart in the Wide. I got a good chewing out over it too. It's where my father taught me to hold a rapier, to read books of lore, to know right from wrong. It's been 7 years since I left. It's no paradise, but it's home, and it's worth saving. And you? The city's yours too, after all. How's it feel to be back?
I mean, I'm mostly spent my time in the forest, but I don't feel much of anything.
Give it time. It's a city of many colors. Let them wash over you. Expeditions to the continent of Mastika gather in the harbor. The Church of Gon displays its most priceless treasures in the High House of Wonders. Voices raised in song on returning day. The heady wines at the Elf Song. There's truly no place like Baldur's Gate.
All right, then.
Worm's Crossing, the welcome mat of Baldur's Gate. This is it. I'm almost home.
You worried about Cazador finding out you're back?
I won't lie. The thought hardly fills me with glee. Even with my newfound advantages, he's still an incredibly powerful vampire. But he's arrogant, too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike.
And how will you strike exactly? You won't be alone.
Neither will I, darling. At least I hope you'll come along for the show. But regardless, the plan is simple. Find him, stop him from gaining almighty power, and then really enjoy killing him.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
And if I can seize that almighty power for myself, well, all the better.
I can't get behind that part. I wanted to ask about Cazador's ritual. You must be thinking about it.
The thing that will decide my fate forevermore. Yes, it's been on my mind. Why?
I want to know what your intentions are. Again, I just want to make sure. Are you sure?
I hadn't really decided on the specifics. Obviously, we could stop the ritual, or not. What? I've obviously thought about it. If I was the one who completed the ritual, I'd have such power. And I could walk in the sun without fear I'd turn into a mind flare.
And the souls that need to be sacrificed?
I don't relish it. But my siblings lured thousands of people to their deaths over the years. I doubt Baldur's Gate would miss them. Of course, I don't even know if I could complete the ritual. It may be impossible, but it certainly is tempting.
Seems to be just like fantasizing about it, in the sense that there's also a part of him that's like, well, I'm not going to do it, but it would be cool. I'm not going to do it.
Worm's Crossing. We could be inside the city walls before long. And I could be back where this all started.
You mentioned Shah followers might be watching for us. You think we can use them to track down your parents?
I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go.
So, what exactly should we be looking for?
Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees. I'd look wherever they're gathering.
All right, we'll do group disguise self. We'll all look like different people upon entering the city, and we'll do reconnaissance. I think that's a fun concept. It almost makes me wish that disguise self was a cantrip for the team. It's like, all right, let's all disguise ourselves. Meanwhile, I'll just start flying around Worm's Crossing.
Civilization beckons at last. It's no Waterdeep, but Baldur's Gate is a respectable runner-up. Or at least a close third.
Worm's Crossing, the gaping maw of the city. Nature has little control over what happens beyond that bridge.
Have you heard from Thaniel since you moved on?
I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well, and Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves.
So good. Love that. Owlbear and Scratch are hanging out in the chicken pen.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Hello. You are not food. You are friend.
You like it here, huh?
Nice here. The caves smell like rotting meat. Goblin cat smells like goblins. Ooh, more.
Gail approves. That is so funny. I'll give you another one.
More.
Oh, don't keep saying that, because this will be the whole episode. The 3-hour episode where I pet the owlbear cub. Scratch is like, what the fuck? I didn't get a pat.
Keeping very well, I hope?
What will you do now that your father's gone?
Look after my angel, of course. She's been through more than I can bear to think about. 100 years in the Shadowfell. 100 years being murdered by Sharans over and over. It fills me with a rage I can hardly contain. She's a formidable woman, my Aelin. But no one could escape such horrors unscathed. She's in my hands now, and I intend to help her through whatever's to come. We'll both of us stand by you when the time comes to put down the horror that threatens this city. We are your allies. For life.
God damn. That's so cool. And then the alternative, if we had Shadowheart, slay the night song. God, that's a grim idea. Like, what would have happened in that one? Aelin wouldn't have gotten out. And then, how do you defeat Ketheric? I guess when you kill the Night Song, maybe there's like a temporary moment before she's resurrected and brought back to life again where he's vulnerable. Perhaps. And then Isabel would be like, well, I hate you forever and ever and ever. I'd like to know what happened between you and your father, Ketheric.
I mourn the man I knew. He was wonderful. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. This was different. It was like I could see my fate in her eyes. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... and this is where I still need answers. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. He told me we'd be together now. I found last light within the shadows. By the time Jaheira came, he's gone now. But I suppose the man I knew died when I died. The man he became.
I thought that that was a new dialogue option, and then I started to realize that we'd obviously gone through that already. I guess, you know, if I said tell me again, I was wondering if I'd get more details or something, but gotta check it. Dame Aelin.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
God, that armor is so good. At least I'm not being told to begone anymore. Begone. Okay, I think that's it for our group. I am going to take this opportunity to long rest upon arriving in Worm's Crossing. I think that's a good idea, because none of us got a very good night's sleep last night, and then we've made it here. I think a dear rest is in order, and Yenna's going to make us some food. But let's end the day.
Queen Vlaakith. Skra!
You are Hasharlok, and still you speak my name.
I've seen the captive Orpheus with my own eyes. Spoken to Gestil Kithrak Voss. You lied to us. Enslaved us.
The betrayer Voss lies! I have only a moment, and you, Hasharlok, will listen. We are Githyanki. We move mountains. We snuff out stars. We shake the plains. The traitor Voss has lied to you. The heretic prince would shatter us in an instant. The great dominion shrunk to the head of a pin.
Can this be true? Is the Githyanki prince really a threat to his own people? Or simply a challenge to Vlaakith's rule?
Return to the astral prism. Slay Orpheus the Pretender. Serve me, and I will ascend you. You will be no mere warrior, nor Kithrak. You will be Barta Vlaakith, commander of dragons. My only, my chosen. A final chance. Kneel before me. Make your promise.
Lae'zel's thoughts become yours. The sight of Orpheus looms over her mind. Voss's words echo within it. She means to forever turn her back on Vlaakith.
Wow. There's actually a persuasion and a wisdom check that is pushing her into the Vlaakith thing. And that's really great. when I saw this happen, first of all, I'm like, Vlaakith labeling Lae'zel as a traitor, being like, no matter what, I was going to kill you anyway, and then being turned out, and then out of desperation being like, do this for me and you'll get the highest of high honors, is just a total ass pull. You just know that she'll be like, thank you for killing him, and now I will kill you too to cover up my lie, you know? That's not a good thing at all. I love that the game does give you that tadpole narrator insight where it's like what Lae'zel has experienced and been shown in her own story means that she is going to do what she feels is right, because that is who Lae'zel is as a person. And I love that there is the opportunity, I guess if you're trying to do things differently or go in the more of the evil direction, you can try and persuade, or depending on how our story has gone with Lae'zel, maybe this would be completely different. The option to also talk with her, but to also keep silent, I think is really important too. I really like the moments where the game allows the other characters in your party to shine and make their own decisions. I'm not this leader who controls all these characters and speaks for them and allows them to do things only if I want it. You know, the choice to be able to allow them to make their own decisions based on their own experiences is fantastic. Trusting Shadowheart is amazing. Allowing Lae'zel to do her own thing is also amazing. The only thing that we won't do is allow Gale to blow himself up. Or Astarion to interrupt a goddamn profane ascension to become the very evil he swore to destroy. But these moments are so appreciated because it's a D&D party where all of the characters that are in your party are their own people, and it's not just you controlling everybody however you want. I think that's a really shining element of this game. We're going to keep silent.
I gave you my faith, and you called me traitor. I gave you my life, and you ordered your knights to hunt me. I have witnessed too much, and you have given me too little. Finally, I can see. Orpheus will live, and I will hear his creed. This is my word.
Your word is nothing! You are nothing! The Kithraki will bring you. I will tear your flesh from your bones and devour your skull's marrow while you beg for death. I will consume you. I will unmake you.
Oh, now that is a threat. Oh, I hope we get to fight her. I want to kill a Lich Queen for sure. That's not the cutscene that I was expecting upon arriving here, I'll tell you that much. Sheesh. Alright. Vlaakith appeared to us in camp and made Lae'zel an offer. Kill Orpheus and she will ascend Lae'zel to the astral plane and honor her as her chosen. Lae'zel refused, angering Vlaakith. Lae'zel believes Orpheus is the way forward for the Githyanki. Incredible. I want to roast Vlaakith over an open fire. Amazing. So Arabella's been added to the recruit your allies. And Netherbrain. God, incredible. Okay, so anyone want to talk about that chaos? Karlak has an exclamation mark, and so does Lae'zel.
It is done. There is no going back. As long as the Undying Queen reigns, I am never to soar unbound over the astral sea, never to cross the one in the void. As it should be.
Better a short life built on truth than immortality woven of lies. Better to unite the Githyanki under a prince who would free their minds and honor their bodies.
So why do I feel so bitter?
It's hard when your whole life is a lie and you have to come to terms with that. I love Lae'zel, she's so good. Consider Lae'zel's past and present. What is the true source of her resentment?
Vlaakith has upended Lae'zel's whole existence. Everything she knew to be true, every plan and aspiration she ever held has been painfully ripped away. Lae'zel's bitterness is born of sadness. She is mourning the loss of the person she once was, and can never be again.
Yep. You're grieving the future you'll never have. Vlaakith took everything from you.
How well you've come to know me. But in truth, she didn't take everything. I have what I have gathered for myself. I'm more to a new regent, a new land, and new allies. Vlaakith cannot unmake she who no longer exists. And so, from the old battle cries is birthed another. Tmar Salar Orpheus, Mar Stilnar Forgin in Yeri. Orpheus's will above all. May the comet blaze my path forward.
You've been quick to pledge yourself to Orpheus's cause. What about your own needs and wants?
Orpheus's freedom is my want and my need. To deny his freedom would be to deny my own. There will come a time when I can think about myself beyond the Lich Queen who enslaves the Githyanki and the prince who would liberate them. But that time won't come until the Prince of the Comet flies again.
And we really should have done the graffiti in that crash, huh? Yeah, draw a mustache on Vlaakith. What next?
We find Voss at Sheres's caress and retrieve the key to releasing the prince. Orpheus tough Kinarsin.
Should we make that the very last thing that we do before taking on like the Elder Brain though? Because I'm a bit concerned. Also, if we do that and take on the Elder Brain, we won't be protected against the voice of the Absolute. Maybe if we release Orpheus, he'll be like, bing, bing, bong, and he'll touch all our brains and we'll be protected or something. I don't know. It's clearly his magic that's being siphoned that's giving us protection. So if we're to free Orpheus, the Emperor's going to be annoyed. So I don't know what's going to happen there. We'll probably have to end up going against our dream visitor and fighting them and then being like, Orpheus, hey, we freed you and I know that we got these worms in our heads, but don't kill us, please. We're gonna go and take on the big brain, and surely you'd like that idea better, right? Vlaakith promised to make you Bart to Vlaakith. What does that mean?
Vlaakith's left hand and her right. Commander of all dragons, chosen of the Queen Regent. Not since Vlaakith I has a Bart to Vlaakith been anointed.
Right, because was it one?
Another empty promise. Only a naive fool would believe otherwise. The kind of fool I was not so long ago.
What is it now? 157 or something? 170? It's been a lot of Vlaakiths. So that's a long time. Right, good talk. Right, you lover. Oh no.
Soldier, my engine. It hurts. I think this might be it. Soon. Things burning hotter than I knew it could. But look, we've just about made it to the city. That'll do me. Let's go protect it. Whatever happens after that is between me and the so-called gods.
This game's gonna ruin my life. Alright, Shadowheart, divine intervention. I need your god to appear and make Karlach not engine. Un-engine. Right now. Put a heart back in her, please. Ooh. What if we go to Avernus and say, hey! I'll start punching Zariel in the face. Oh, man. Shall we make a deal with another devil? Zaril! You don't think we'll find a cure?
With this heat going, I can't spare the energy to think. I just want to enjoy whatever's left of this life of mine. Anyway, it could be worse. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, with who I'm meant to be with. How many people can say that? Damn! It can't have been easy for Lae'zel to stand up to Vlaakith like that. But there's nothing that woman can't do.
Well, we could go to Avernus together and beat up the devil.
We just played host to an undying queen. Oh, and that's without our fine silverware. Lae'zel has courage turning her back on a lifetime's belief. As for us, best we stay out of interplanar politics, I think. Orpheus is on his own. But should great Vlaakith come to settle a score with Lae'zel, well, I might be convinced to kill her. Undying or not, she was very loud.
She's funny.
So, Lae'zel's finally seen the light and turned on her mistress. It took a little time, but she got there. Though it's not over yet. Masters rarely let their slaves go without a fight.
Yeah, where was Aelin? Aelin would have been like, be gone!
Vlaakith's a fearsome one. The sort it's hard to say no to. But Lae'zel said it anyway, to her immense credit. She's choosing truth. She's choosing freedom. For her, for Orpheus, for the Githyanki people. I wish I knew a good Githyanki cheer to celebrate the occasion, but the only gift phrases I've picked up are the sweary sort.
I didn't think I'd live to see the day when Lae'zel turned her back on Vlaakith. But all things considered, good for her.
Come to bask in the glow of the...
Yeah, they were conveniently off canoodling when Vlaakith appeared, I guess.
Glad to see I'm not the only one on the wrong side of an omnipotent authority figure. Lae'zel did well to break free of Vlaakith's manipulations, though I doubt Vlaakith will let such insubordination go unpunished.
So, it seems that Vlaakith is Lae'zel's queen no longer. That took no small amount of backbone.
Cool. And everybody had a good thing to say about that sequence. It was a good one. Alright. We don't need to partake in a meal tonight, everyone. Just a partial long rest.
I brought my own paring knife.
Go to bed. Whoa. Oh god. I'm gonna dream about tentacles. No, I'm just having a bad sleep. Great. It's just like, it's just gonna show me sleeping awfully. Isn't that good? Anyone got anything to say in the morning? I don't see any exclamation marks over here. Does Withers have anything to say being in a new area? Fate spins along as it should.
Dost thou require a new ally?
Ah, there we go.
Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
So we can ask this now. Where's Arabella gone?
She left you a letter. Thou couldst read it, or thou couldst not. Such is the way of autonomy.
Do whatever you want.
Thou other business?
So if you miss the letter, you are given the letter. There you go. Right. I'll do some inventory management, and then we will head back out into Worms Crossing. Okay, ready to head on out. Let's take a look, shall we?
Crate.
Donations?
Donations for what?
Do you know advice? The refugees. If you don't have anything to donate, you can get going.
Mate. Dude. The persuasion be like, well, I'll take it. You can donate, I guess, camp supplies. I'll donate some gold. Here, take 500.
Thank you. I'm sure your contribution will be greatly appreciated.
Spare what you can. The street urchin inspiration. Gotta get my inspirations back because I burned them all. Give a donation to the big barn. Give 5 gold to child who is, alone and just has a cat. I'll approve of that. Hey, can I stay in your camp with you? No, kid. Get out. We don't want mangy strays. Donate to refugees displaced from their homes, also in a similar situation. Astian says, Jesus Christ, what are you doing? Terrible. The donation record. Did I get added to the list? The Flaming Fist, tasked by the city's parliament with oversight of the gathering and distribution of donations to refugees in Rivington, responded with what appears to be a half-hearted attempt to list donations and donors. The list, much amended, possibly to conceal peculation by the Fists, includes the following entries. Alan Aelith, 9 worn blankets of indifferent cleanliness. Lord Whitburn, 23 mail shoes, mid-size, suitable for urban wear only. Enthal Danthalon, 3 sets of worn travel cookware and utensils. Figaro Pennygood, 6 muslin pillows stuffed with humanoid hair. Arthur Gregorio, 21 stuffed toy bears, unusually weighty. Smuggling? Nancy Greta, 16 books, all copies of Lord Gortash's memoirs. Estelle Sharp, 3 jars of preserved fish, 6 canisters of dried beans, small crate of roast jerky, first aid supplies, blankets, cookware. This is a jumble, I'm not sorting through this. Add my name into the list, will ya, mate? The refugee arrival record. A record maintained by the Flaming Fists of refugees arriving in Rivington in the last 10 days. The number increases in each of the previous 5 days. Clearly, the town outside Worms Crossing will be unable to accommodate all of them. Some of the names on the list are Zindraman, Tinker Nazim, Sendron Vanderhoof, Otterdance Fenton, Gregory Bright, and Lavosh, Martha Golwitz, Brilgore, Buckle, Sconner, Lucius Callister, and many more. None of those names are real people. They're all using fake names. When you arrive here, you'd be like, I need to check to see if there's any names I recognize. Letter of complaint. To the Flaming Fist duty officer. I assume that members of the Flaming Fist were assigned to Rivington to maintain law and order among the refugees, but what do I see? Ragged refugees, big as life and twice as odorous, walking Rivington streets as if they owned the place instead of keeping decently out of sight in that refugee camp. I warn you, my great-aunt knows Blaze Liara Porter personally. If those refugees aren't rounded up and kept where they belong, the Blaze will hear about it. Saya Grotpole. Alright, let's go find Saya Grotpole and give him a smack around the head.
Be on your way, citizen. Got a lot to keep my eye on round here.
Right, the supplies. Oh, Nestor's warning.
You, turn around and toddle your way right back out of here. Everything in this barn has been donated for the refugees, not you. Now piss off.
My brother, I just donated 500 gold. Surely you allow me to peruse. Piss off? Charming.
I'm doing my job. You can win the shop elsewhere. Now, are you going to clear off or not?
Was there anything I can do to help?
Not unless you want to make a donation.
Why does a barn need the Flaming Fist to protect it?
In case little weasels like you come sniffing around.
Did you forget my 500 gold donation, you scumbag? Clearing off now. Where am I? Pig. Oh, can I talk to the... Are you gonna let me talk to the pig at least, mate? Ah, yes. Hold on a second.
Look where... I say, terribly decent of you to come over and exchange pleasantries.
Yes, polite pig. Oh my god. The dialogue is now different. I assume that's because it's speaking with animals maybe changes it. You're one of the most impressive pigs I've ever seen.
Oh, how kind of you to say. I have been growing my bristles out. It's something of an art, you see. Salutations once more, old stick. Always a treat to have visitors.
Oh man, that's so good. I just wanted to read that warning. Probably get around and do it that way. Oh, brother. This guy's terrible at doing his job. Alright, well, we'll leave that alone then. We've got the refugee camp.
Heads will roll for this. This transgression. This injustice.
What happened to you?
Oh, you poor, naive soul. Let me tell you a story. A perfectly respectable businessman wants to bring his, well, business into this fine city. And what do? They talk some absolute horse bollocks about papers and correct filing procedures and threw me in this slum. I should be loins deep in Chares's caress by now, not waddling about in filth.
I just disconnected my microphone there. Oh my god, it's a dog that looks like Scratch.
We only got away with what we have.
Scotty.
Oh, God! Are they gonna see it? What happens if they don't see it?
Who's a good dog? You're a good dog.
Yes! Oh, goodness, yes! I am a good dog! Fantastic stuff! Oh, yes, you're lovely. You can come back.
Is Scotty...
Oh, here we go. Here it comes.
Good dog.
Yes! Amazing! Perfect! No notes!
Look, I pulled a dog out of thin air.
I wish the cult hadn't burnt our
Scratch,
barn.
get to know Biscotti.
At least we got Biscotti out of that burning barn.
Dog friend, interact. Why can't we have dog-to-dog speech now?
No one's stopped me yet.
I apologise for my husband and his obsession with that bloody dog.
What?
What was that, my dear?
Nothing, darling.
What? Get out of here. Fortuno, go and get a new wife.
Found some place we can watch.
No, I'm afraid I must insist you do not pet the hound.
My love, you can't keep being so rude to strangers. It's just a dog.
All the grabbing and touching startles poor Biscotti. I will not apologise for caring about my boy.
Either way, he's a fine-looking hound.
Isn't he just? I'm so very glad they let animals in the camp. Means Biscotti can be kept away from that awful war.
Oh, yes. As long as the dog is okay, he's happy. Give me strength.
We're a long way from Waterdeep.
You want me to deal with her? I'll get my sleep spell out. I've got my dog walking around the refugee camp, so everyone knows I'm friendly despite my scary demeanor.
Glad to see you. Glad to see anybody, really.
It was a lonely road getting here through those abandoned farmlands, and I'm a sociable sort.
God, the sheer amount of people that we're able to kind of talk to and engage with is just amazing in this place. It gets very overwhelming when you enter a social space in Baldur's Gate 3 because there's just like so many people. Like I remember the Grove really overwhelming me, and this place is just even larger. And we're not even in Baldur's Gate. It's just crazy. Because there's so many people to talk to, so many things going on at once, and you want to like talk to everybody kind of.
Excuse you. I didn't need that prick to make me who I am.
All right, settle down.
Forgive me.
All good,
God.
Fangs.
The sass between them.
Lord on the rack, give me patience.
Everything all right?
These protesters keep harassing the refugees. It's horrid. I just hope the Ilmater Temple opens up aid again soon. We need their help here.
Don't pay me any mind now. I'm just trying to make sure everyone gets fed.
Oh, this is the guy that wrote the complaint letter. And of course he wrote the complaint letter. All right, Lord Farquaad, I'm gonna toss you out of here. Andy Harvestmoon, Rix Garvin, and Saya Grotpole.
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. They're a danger to all of us.
Oh, gods. Not another protester. Go talk to Nestor if you must. I've got plenty on my plate with these mewling geese.
Baldurians! Stand with me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us.
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The Flaming Fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. Ah, another visitor, I see. Listen, we keep letting the likes of you in. Soon, there'll be no room left for any of us true Baldurians.
Oh, man. I'm getting annoyed. I'm getting taken out of the game, and I'm getting annoyed. Oh, man. I want to do all of them. I want to do this one, but I also want to do this one. Baldurian. Your accent's Rivingtonian. That hardly counts.
Excuse me? I was born inside the city walls, a Baldurian through and through. Wherever you're from, clearly they don't teach manners. You and I have nothing more to say to one another.
Why can't we do more to him? Why can't we do more to him, guys? Will it be an issue if we were to cast spells in public? Would we start getting attacked by people? I would assume so. I would assume we would start getting attacked by people. Immune to sleep? Why? Why would you make him immune to sleep, but his friends not? Alright, guess I'll banish you to another dimension then. Oh, I need like... We need role-playing for just passive spells like that to do in the... to annoying people. Be like, you know what? I don't like you. Oh, you know what? That's a good idea. Don't save, reduce. I'm gonna make you tiny. Yo, come on. Come on, Gale. Get it. Make him small. He's a level 1 high elf. Oh, Gale tried. Gale wasted 3 level 2 spells trying to do that. He didn't even notice. He's just so basic and it's just 10 across the board. Just tell me he's immune at that point. You know what I mean?
Ready. Am I to understand that you are in love now, Karlach?
Ooh.
I sure am.
I'm not paid.
If there's hope for me, there's hope for anyone.
That's cute. We never said it to each other because the only opportunity you're able to say it is the first night that you sleep together. I wish that there was like about our relationship, you know, and then that was a dialogue option.
Hey, you. Go on.
Because you could only say, "Can I kiss you?" and "Are you happy?" It'd be nice if they kept that dialogue option available to you, you know. Baldur's Mouth, 1492 DR issue 83. Oh, this is so cool. I was just expecting it to be just the basic book opening. Oh, that's so cool. Baldur's Mouth Printing and Publishing Company. Edvard Needle, Editor-in-Chief. Citizens must come first, claims Gortash over refugee rabble. Absolutely unwelcome. Cult offered cold shoulder in the city. And there's Gortash. Oh, it's so cool. Crackdown on crime crews destabilizes underworld. Fist Gala celebrates recruiting season. Waterdeep wades through red tape over sending aid, and Steel Watch keeps tight grip on crime's throat.
We're farmers, Chris. What are we gonna do in the city? Don't know how we're gonna get Grunch into the city, wounded as he is. But we have to.
I have something to ask.
We've got to get Grunch into the city, but he's in no shape to travel. I wonder, what if we hit him in a big barrel and nailed it shut? Nah.
Grunch, eh?
Whatever you need, I can't help you. Even talking is painful right now.
Not the voice I expected for you, Grunch. How's your brother Grinch doing? Let me take a look at that wound, will you?
After a quick examination, you conclude that your patient is pretending to be wounded. You wonder why.
Really? This isn't necessary. I'm sure there are other people that need your help more urgently.
This is barely a scratch. What's the idea?
Shh, not so loud. If those lads find out I'm faking, they might go off on their own. They're not ready for that. And frankly, I'd miss them. I don't really have any other friends. And I like those lads. So I think I'll stick around a while more.
Well, hopefully I can get you into the city. Ide and Umi is here. Zoru, Bex, Danis. Okay, we got some tieflings in the refugee camp. Where's Roland? Where's Damon? Why are you in your pants? Where are my others?
They got me signed up to learn to make pots, which is dumb. I'd rather learn how to kill cultists. And I bet you'd back me up on that.
Where's Alfira? Wasn't she teaching you a song? Oh god. What happened over here? Okay. Oh dude. This is crazy. It's like they can push into Baldur's Gate, but then there's just so much more. This is gonna take me back to the feeling of the beginning of the game again. Like when I went into the Grove for the first time and I was like, God, there's just so many people to talk to, and I just feel like I'm gonna be here forever. And it's not necessarily a bad thing at all. It's just like it's that feeling of like we're here talking to people for so long that it's like you're making progress, but it doesn't feel like it because you're just wandering around talking to so many different characters.
I'm really worried about Umi.
He's getting angry.
So, you survived. That's more than many of my kin can say.
At least you made it. How are you holding up?
It's mainly anger that keeps me going. Zevlor was supposed to lead us, but he froze when we needed him most. I haven't seen him since the massacre on the road, which is lucky for him.
Damn. Where's everybody else?
We made it through hell, twice. I know now that as long as Danis and I stick together, we can do anything.
We made it alive to Baldur's Gate. Almost, anyway. But I can't complain. When I look at Bex and realize she's safe, it's hard not to weep from joy.
There's such a nice aspect of the D&D campaign thing where Toad Breath, where you can have multiple opportunities for the tieflings to not make it. There are multiple that die along the way, but there are ways that you're able to save them and help people get here. And there will be tieflings that die along the way, like Cal died on our watch, Ceres died on our watch, and then there are others that made it and others that didn't along the Shadow Curse lands. I like that connectivity behind a specific group that is also going on the same path of you as you.
Hail, friend. Fine day, isn't it? Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Your journey here was a hard one, no doubt. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate?
I guess now that we're returning to Baldur's Gate and us being from here, you know, the forest outside of Baldur's Gate, I suppose, I'll start doing this. We kind of have avoided Baldurian options, but it's probably going to help us a lot, I would say, in terms of getting into the city. So we were born and bred here. It's good to be home. My father was a baker, you see, and my mother was a blacksmith. They liked to switch things up, you know. They were very progressive, you know, doing roles that weren't expected of them. And then, unfortunately, I was mistaken as a baby, you see, for a loaf of bread, and I was dropped down a mountainside, and I just rolled for ages, and then I was picked up by a random monk, and raised as a street urchin monk guy.
It's a fine city, isn't it? No better place to hail from. Used to be you'd arrive knowing you'd a full belly and a warm bed waiting for you. Not anymore. These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and, well, folk aren't feeling too generous.
Is there anything I can do to ease these people's burden?
I've been asking myself the same question. I wouldn't be the first to interfere. Some well-to-dos in the city donated enough to see the newcomers right for the time being. Only they didn't bother helping everyone else. Locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. Some Baldurians are kicking up a fuss round the front of the barn as we speak. If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach them a lesson they'd never forget.
Want me to do it for you? People in this city have grown selfish. They need reminding what true hardship is.
Too bloody right. They've gone soft behind those walls, forgotten what it's like to struggle, living hand to mouth. I say we march round there and slit a few bellies, remind them how much worse things could be. What do you say?
No, not that. No, not like that, bro. Both sides need teaching. Let's just kill them all. What the fuck? They're innocent people. You can't just kill them.
Why does it matter? Innocence makes the blood run clearer.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. You'll need to bleed and carve this city if you want to turn him to grave meat. He shivers at the thought. When you find the Lordling, tell him Oren is watching.
Oh, she uses the ring to teleport.
Oren is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
Oh, Oren might have been, because with the teleport thing, Oren might have been that dwarf that was watching us in the Shadow Curse lands and like shape-shifting as one in disguise, potentially. But that looks like a different effect. What the fuck? Oh, dude, we don't even know who we're going to be talking to in this place. That's crazy. we literally witness Oren do the shape-shifting thing for a Fistwatch guard in front of Gortash. And I'm like, okay, shapeshifter. And then all these people that I'm talking to, any one of them could end up just being Oren, and would just get taunted by them doing the weird body horror contortion shit. You have to really keep on your toes in that regard. That's wild. You stop being like, wait a minute, what the fuck are you saying? And it's like, hey, let's kill them all. God damn.
What? I'm bushed. I ran for days to get someplace safe, and then found out I'm last in line to get in, because I'm a hobgoblin. As if I could change that.
Oh, poor Toad Breath.
Let me be. It seems my only friend asleep.
He's like, let's go and slaughter them all.
My son Garen is pleased we got this far together. But his wife's bitching is making me old before my time. Why can't he tell her to put a sock in it?
Actually got here safely. Towing along my wife's sister and mother. Or maybe they towed me along, eh?
Can't stand her, can't stand her, can't stand her! My sister-in-law. All law and no sister.
Who is she? Oh, this one? Christine Hazel?
God, camping with the mother-in-law has been utter hell. Maybe I should just go on ahead into the city without her. Scouting, like.
It's great to get insights into all these different walks of life as well. And how they're dealing with it. Oh, wow. And then, yeah, we get to see even more. So I was thinking maybe the absolutists are all camped out here and it's their war camp trying to figure out how to get in. But no, it's the refugee camp. Dead chicken.
Maybe I need more pockets.
What's going on here then? Slormy, Zeffy Soft Bluff, Tina Two Thumbs.
They wasn't thinking. Starving folk tend not to.
If they just lined up and taken their fair shares, we've had plenty for everyone.
Oh, Scratch's Sniff? Oh, look. He's doing stuff now. Oh my god. So he sniffs it out for you? Oh, that's so cool. Now we've seen it in action. There you go. That's so fun. Nice.
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
God, I can practically smell it. If you're here to fill an empty stomach, look elsewhere. Folks swarmed what little was had, stuffing their pockets. Bloody animals.
What I'm going to have to do is, with our whole party, we're going to do a bit of a check-in and say, Astarion, my dear boy, it's time for you to get retired because every single time I bring you out and we're doing something that's mildly good, he's like, oh, God, what a waste of time. So I'm going to put him out of my inventory, out of my party, and we're going to bring our hero of Baldur's Gate in, the Blade of Frontiers. I think that's a good choice. So our characters actually have things to say about Oren's little reveal there. I was switching party members and doing the inventory, and Will said, I've battled great evils, been mocked by villains of all sorts, but Oren, she is beyond even Thorn. Her mind is twisted beyond recognition. What is she capable of, and where will she strike next? So there you go. Our characters will check in about that.
Orin, Skra, burn away the shadows she hides in, tear off her mask, and you'd reveal her for what she is, a shivering child.
We'll see about that, won't we?
Fucking shapeshifter. She'll try to break our best asset. our trust. Fortunately, she's no match for our second best asset. Me.
Oh, I didn't think about that. She'll try to break our best asset, our trust. Like, Oren could be in the camp. Oren could be one of us, because she's a shapeshifter. I assume that means that she would take... How does she do it? I guess that she would have to take the person. I would hope that our companions are not vulnerable to such a thing, because I hate to think what Oren would do if that was the case.
So Bal's chosen is a doppelganger. I should not be surprised. They have ever been among his favorite servants. Orin is testing you. Either she thinks herself a predator, playing with her food, or she fears what you might do. Good.
Oh, nature check, nice. I think I'll keep Jaheira with us in regards to the Oren stuff then, because she has her experience with Bal. Yes, my nature check. Forest gnome, forest gnome, forest gnome, forest gnome. Forest gnome, forest gnome, forest gnome.
Shape-shifting monstrosities of unknown origin. Doppelgangers are unnatural predators. Their latent empathic abilities helping them to know, imitate, and eventually replace their prey.
She wants us paranoid, likely to make a mistake.
Exactly. The last time I fought doppelgangers, the Balspawn Sarevok was using them to subvert the city government, aid his rise to power. But Orin, he's more predator than politician, I think. She simply wants to make us feel hunted, isolated. Tell the Lordling that Orin is watching. Seems that Gortash and Orin have had a little falling out. We should leverage that.
That's true. Didn't seem too happy with him.
It's not enough. We have a gallery of villains to look out for, but now we could be infiltrated by a shape changer? I can't even tell if any of you are acting strange because you've been replaced, or because this group is full of weirdos.
Is it just me, or does Astarion get so much more outwardly flamboyant and boisterous and loud now that we are out of the Shadow Curse lands? We move into Act 3 of the game, and Astarion is now just like, you know what? I've been around this group long enough. Start shouting from the rooftops. There's definitely been a shift in his attitude in a fun way, I think.
Orin's little display was just intended to rattle us. We mustn't let her succeed, but need to stay alert all the same.
All right, everybody, hold hands, and we all walk together, and then never let one another out of each other's sight.
Orin toys with us where she could destroy us. Whatever her motivations, I hope she reveals them quickly.
And I wonder if that's going to be a situation where it's like you go to a character and you start looking in there and you go, ooh, what's going on in here? And then if there's like, you know, a way to find out, feels like cheating. I mean, it's there in the game for you if you're observant enough, but it does feel like that situation where it's like, instead of Housen being like a wood elf humanoid or something, he'll end up being aberration in here or something. We haven't actually investigated Orin's character model yet, so we don't actually know.
That foul shapeshifter Orin is like a scavenger beast, probing us for weaknesses. Do not let her shake your resolve.
Enough that you guys would talk about it. Oh, what if she replaced... There's no way that Orin could replace the Dame Aelin.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword?
Nope. Alright, let's get out of here. I have Will with us now.
The state of this card.
Will approve of us helping people out.
Wasn't thinking.
apples first?
We got here first, friend. You're welcome to whatever scraps we leave behind.
Mate, I'm carrying a feast at all times in my camp, I'll tell you that much. I don't need to worry about that. See it. Ooh. Good camp.
They spread like locusts.
Nothing less will do.
The Gurs.
Just wait for the next wave if we attack. I share you.
Oh, wait a minute. Are the Gurs... Was that the Astarian Monster Hunter moment?
Rush into their claws again. Another defeat will wipe
Was, right? Oh, man. Should I put Astarian back in the party?
Forgive me.
Maybe not. Or maybe I should. Hang on. This is a follow-up on the Monster Hunter situation. Maybe I'll replace Gale.
What can I do? Well, obviously I would.
Literally just like the worst moment for me to be like, oh, I'll take him out. And I'm like, wait, there's finally a follow-up on that whole thing. Let me get you a cloak, my good sir. Anyone got a cloak to spare? Casting a spell while in melee. Let me give you that. And I'll give you that back. Yeah. Everybody shares their cloaks when they go out in the field. It's a rule.
They need to be wiped out. Exterminated.
So few of us
Nothing
left.
less will do.
Our strength was never numbers, but the bonds we found between them and they are stronger than ever.
You think you can just walk into our camp, present yourself to Alma, or leave?
Hey, we have the same circlet.
To lose our children is a tragedy. To fail so utterly in saving them is something else entirely. Alma insists the tribe is not cursed, but I have my doubts.
We found the piercing gang.
Rechtei Hathran Rust. Frey Valdisk Durovna. Frey Vald Iskablast.
You recognize the funeral rites of the Gur people, the same monster hunters you met in the Hag Swamp. Their leader is burning the possessions of those who have fallen.
Im Orak. Nete. Krasin. Netra.
So, the impossible spawn walks among us in the blazing sun. We have been looking for you.
I'm like, do we hide him in camp or do we use him in the story? And I was like, I feel like we should bring him because the story would be tied to it. And I did remember. Grr. What do you want with Astarian? Let's play dumb about it.
The last time your friend came to our camp, he stole our children, our future. When we sent Gandrel after you, we wanted to interrogate you, to discover how to save our children and then destroy you. But things have changed. You have changed. Is it true you left your master? That you broke the spell that binds you to him?
Well, I mean, kind of. It's a long story, honestly.
You see what I mean? He's so much more animated now. That's so interesting to me. I wonder if that's like an indication of like development over time of the game is like when you're writing the character and developing the character, there's like this, you get to this point where there's a shift in attitude or an update to how he's being written. But God. But yeah, you start getting a little bit of an information in regards to this. The last time your friend came to our camp, he stole our children. That, like, a command of Cazador perhaps potentially getting, you know, more vampiric spawn siblings or just food, which is not great. But yes, Astarian's free now. Whatever you want to however you want to call it, free.
Free? Not while his master still lives. But he has perhaps earned a second chance. We have tried to save our children once already, attacking Khazad-dûr's palace at first light. Even then, it was too well defended. But if his own spawn approached, someone he thought he could control, he would throw his doors open and welcome you in. And once inside, you could do what we could not. You could save the children you damned.
You don't know Khazad-dûr like I do. He's merciless. You want me to march into the lion's den and save your children? But I promise you, they're already dead.
How can you be sure, Astarion?
I spent 200 years bringing him victims. Each and every one was whisked away to be fed on that night.
But you never saw him feed yourself. He could keep prisoners for days before killing them. If our children are truly gone, then we ask for blood. I know you can understand that, Spawn.
When did Astarion take the children then, if he's like, they'll keep them for days? I mean, it's been a long time since we've been on the road. Not revenge on you, mate. Astarion won't help you, then I will.
God damn it. Fine. If nothing else, at least killing Khazad-dûr will feel good.
Thank you. From me and all my people. If you can do this, we will be in your debt. You have lived a life of violence and sin. You have stolen lives, broken families, and caused immeasurable grief. Doing this will not right those wrongs.
If you're trying to encourage me, you're failing abysmally.
But it will be a start. You may still be redeemed. Please go. Time is short, but we will see you again when it is done.
Solemn farewell, Karlach is inspired. Okay. Witness the Gur funeral. Wow.
What will happen to them?
Ah, my favorite traveling companion.
What happened to your hair? Wow, so there was actually a scene about it, and now we can put Astarion back in the camp. Classic. I'm like right around the corner from a scene involving him, and I'm like, I'm gonna go put you away.
It is good to have you with us. There is something rotten at the heart of this city, and it needs purging.
May I introduce you to my friend Wulbren? He also believes in a cleanse of the city.
Do not stand here and wait. Khazad-dûr must be destroyed.
I pray you will succeed where we failed. Exterminate every last vampire parasite.
I assume that monster hunter that was in the swamp would be here if we didn't kill him.
And they are stronger than ever.
No screaming children. No laughter. No scolding words. There is only silence and pain.
Our dead fought well. They died well. I hope I can live up to their example.
Okay, so the monster hunter camp. Alright, well, they've had a funeral, and buddy boy, get out of my sight. Maybe I'll bring you here instead of Gale, actually. Why not?
Well, are we...
You'll need to free up your ranks a little first. Then let us be about it.
Jaheira just approves of being in the party. That's so fun for me. Gotta get that approval up this late into the game somehow. Alright. Actually, I will do inventory because I gotta kit my people out.
Just wait for the next one.
Alright, we head past the Gur camp. Oh, so we've just got these different camps with different groups. Monsieur Bellagio.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Quite a spot, eh? Knocks the breath out of me to get up here. But the views are worth it.
I will say there does come a time when you see faces and you're like, that face is for someone else, and I'm like, I can only see Barkus in that face, you know? It's pretty funny. Whoa! Oh.
What's going on? It's the Elder Brain.
Yeah.
There's something happening to it.
It's very clearly in like a Lithid style pulse. Do they just have the Elder Brain and just park it underground Baldur's Gate and it's just reverberating? Because that is nuts. Reflections of a gullible prick. This stained tome records a long and arduous journey. I hoofed into Baldur's Gate based on a god's damned promise. They'll welcome you with open arms. My cousin said, everyone has a home in the gate. 17 days I marched. 17 days of their whining toddlers and their piss reek. 17 days of howling wolves huddling around sickly fires, and still that stench. Of course, they didn't let us through to the city when we showed up. Shoved us into a camp teeming with snivellers and sneerers. Had it with them, their sob stories, the entire goal of their presence. If I've got to be stuck outside the city, I'll make home in a chicken coop. Smells better than those shit-stained whelps called my cousins, at least. The rest of the text continues in a similarly aggrieved fashion. And a lot of dead chickens. Toy block and a hand drum. Where are we headed if we're going in this direction? There's like, oh man. We have Harper's there. Sharessa's Crest there. 3 quests related to it. I don't want to push on in the direction that I'm supposed to go. Too quickly. Oh man. Circus poster. Oh my god, a circus?
The circus of the last days has returned. See Dryads, Jin, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
Oh man, Dribbles the Clown. I need to get clown clothing and a jester hat immediately. People in fancy hats over here. People of culture, blackguard hats.
That might be worth a look.
Sword Coast Couriers key. Bro. Nice. Oh, we're at Sword Coast Couriers. Thank you, Will. My dog didn't find that, but you did. I guess we can check the Sword Coast Couriers. It does make sense that this is something I'm fine with, that there are so many NPCs that you can talk to and just get roaming dialogue from, which I love so much. And then just having citizens to kind of fill the crowds that are not there specifically for dialogue is fine, because there's so many people to talk to.
You promised you'd get us inside the city.
There's a Dragonborn. It's our first Dragonborn of the game. Oh my god.
What's the worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in? A few days in a jail cell? At least we'd have a bed.
Worst that can happen is one of those steel watchers stamping us into the dirt.
You're such a scaredy cat.
Uncas Bullion and Gahid Slickjaw.
I'm not scared of the authorities. But it would be stupid to pick a fight with the fists. Right?
Ever wanted to meet the most cowardly Dragonborn in the realms? I fell for the blockhead.
So good. Cheers to the happy couple.
We're not getting past that checkpoint without...
Blood in the streets, mate. Spargo Orvillas and Jennifer Antilles. So many cool names.
Can't talk just now, sorry.
Mate.
Let me have a little peace and quiet, won't you?
Okay, Billy Connolly, leave me alone. Oh, cat. Oh, more earthquake. Oh. That cat's gone off to hunt for rats. Jesus, those tremors.
Fine day for it, eh? Got to enjoy things while they last, I suppose.
Can I help you? This is a private picnic.
You sure? I mean, it seems quite public to me. Come on, team. Mind if we come and sit down and join you on your picnic? Yeah. I got this for you. Oh, hold on a sec. Great. I really fancied a headache today. No, it's all right, guys. I promise. It'll be good. I've been practicing. We'll play Sing for Me.
Don't burn yourself.
It's all right, guys. We're the picnic entertainment. I promise. We're really good.
Almost like a groan.
Well, we're by a windmill, after all. Probably some cog or joint in need of a little grease.
Speaking of grease, are there any sausage rolls left?
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Now we are taking donations to be forwarded on to the refugee fund. We're doing a good job. All right, Will.
Defender of
We tried to do it without you, but we need you, buddy.
And I'm off.
We need you to bring together this trio, and Jahira will watch.
Wonderful idea.
All right, here we go. Without Will, this band can't exist. Let me get a new feat literally just to do musical instrument proficiency, just so we can actually have people play in a full band properly. Honestly, I think that's worth it. If we get the next feat, I won't even make it one that's good for combat. I will just give everyone musical instrument. Can you play any volo? We're doing good. And Jahira is like, I don't know these people.
I have a lot on my mind.
Alright, everybody, let's go.
In it.
Will, I said we can go now. You did well.
Back home will ever believe this.
There you go, Will. Someone just threw gold at him! They threw gold at him. It hit him in the face. There you go, Will. Here's your gold, mate. One of them hit you. You've earned it.
Never a dull moment. Have to keep going.
Oh, they're really advertising this circus. I love it. We gotta go to the circus. Alright, let me see. Let's try and clear out and explore more of this lower section before we push on in that direction.
What's up for discussion?
I took you for one of them for a moment. The refugees, that is. You're a recent arrival for sure, still bearing dust from the road. But you have something they lack. Dignity. These wretches have nowhere to call home, nothing to live off but what they carry, and nobody to help them but themselves. And me, of course.
How charitable of you.
Charity is a luxury. Fickle, occasional gestures from guilty hearts. I run a business. You'd be shocked by the sort of things they bring with them. Gold and jewels, they can't easily exchange. Heirlooms, rarities, sentimental items, even cremation urns. Alas, you cannot eat grandmother's ashes, nor can you easily trade a golden candelabra for a bowl of soup. That is where I come in. Liquidity. Their heirlooms for my gold.
Sounds like you've got wares for sale. Mind if I take a look? Yeah, we do have the trade option. You're taking advantage of the desperate.
Your point being?
What do you do with all these goods you're acquiring?
There is an enterprise within the city that I help to support. I know I said I wasn't given to charity, but this place is dear to my heart. I'd tell you more, but they value discretion above all. As do I.
He's winking at me. It isn't just about gold for you, is it? There's more to this than you're letting on. DC of 18. Look at this. God damn. A bonus of 6 to 9. Should we also get a level 2 spell slot to get an advantage check on this? I like how we can choose between Bardic and Improved Bardic Inspiration. One of these is just one that you can only do for a long rest. I'll take an advantage roll. I got a critical success.
You're like a dog with a bone, aren't you? Perhaps you are cannier than I first gave credit to be. I have some very special wares reserved for exclusive clientele, but I think you've earned a peek.
Your wares. Okay, we got some rare gear. Malice. Coats your active weapon with poison. Targets must succeed a constitution saving throw, become blinded and poisoned. Find powder that resembles smoke when shaken. Cloud Giant Strength. Increases a creature's strength to 27. You can throw at a target to apply its effects. Does that mean that if I throw it on the ground next to... I wonder how big the splash radius is. Can we give, like, multiple people in the party that? Give me that. It's a shame that this guy is in such a well-seen area, so I'm not going to be able to steal from him at all. That's just not going to work out well. It's a shame that invisibility is broken when you do that. A ringless gem. It was cut to sit neatly in a ring. And a diamond. Why is this? This one's only 3 gold. I wonder if this could be like... There's these elements of like role-playing where you're like, I wonder if this could be like an item that you could return to someone considering it's so cheap compared to the rubies and diamonds. A nymph cloak that comes with Dominate Person. The charmers, seducers, philanderers, flirts, gallants, beguilers, ravishers, rogues, tempters, and tantalizers of the Feywild all share one common trait. They make you feel as if you are the only diamond among the drift. Damn, coming with a free level 5 spell. Humanoid fight alongside you. Every time the creature takes damage, it makes a wisdom saving throw. Just be like, look at this cloak. Do you like it? Now do what I want you to do. Robe of Supreme Defenses. While concentrating, you add your spellcasting ability modifier to your saving throws to gain a +1 bonus to armor class. Long ago, the young wizard Bigby noticed his friend Tenser spending a lot of time with his robe. One of nature's pranksters, Bigby sent his dog Big Boy to savage the garment. We have the quarterstaff. The ensuing struggle between canine and nude wizard was brutal and eventually led to Tenser designing more durable robes like this one. Sathan. Oh wow, hang on, look at this. When this axe careens through the air toward an unfortunate head, the whistle of its spiritual counterpart is never far behind. Oh wow. So it comes with summon a spiritual twin of Sathan in a point you can see. 10 turns, and it also comes with reduce to make a creature smaller. It's just, yeah, it's a long rest action. Oh, that's incredible. Karlak would like that. And a Hellrider Longbow, +3 bonus to initiative, and advantage on perception ability checks. And once per turn, a creature hit by this weapon can possibly be afflicted with fairy fire. A Dwarven Thrower. This weapon will return to its owner when thrown. A dwarf throwing this warhammer deals an extra 1 to 8 bludgeoning damage, and if the target is a large, huge, or gargantuan creature, the strike deals an additional 2 to 16 bludgeoning damage. Oh my god. Now, Karlak ain't a dwarf, sadly, but returning when thrown. The first Dwarven Thrower was created unintentionally. The moment was transcribed in the annals of dwarfdom thusly. Ugh, it doesn't work. Another design down the bloody drain. Now to, does, anyone hear a sort of loud humming whistle? Growing louder? Douche. Gonna have to get that. Cold Snap. Offhand only. When a creature misses you with an attack, it must succeed a DC 13 Constitution saving throw or be chilled for 2 turns. AC of 1. Now, would be great for Gale, but he's wielding a staff, so it doesn't really work that way for him. What interesting items you have? I'll definitely get the Dwarven Thrower. This is a bit of an expensive venture, this one, so you gotta really think about it. Sathan would be awesome. I was gonna get that, but then there is a literal Thor's hammer that we can start throwing, which is great. And this could be interesting, this one, the dominate person. And it also goes with concentration. So these would go well together, concentrating on a spell, adding that to the saving throw. 4,000 though. I will get those 2 items. I reckon. An expensive offer, but one I will take. And then I have a lot of things to sell to him. These wares are too exotic to have been purchased from refugees, surely. Who's your supplier?
Trade secrets. But I can guarantee you that nothing I have to offer was stolen. It was all given happily and willingly. Every last item.
Interesting. Yeah, oh, there is a spot where he is vulnerable ever so briefly. Alright, we're gonna have a star. This guy's a scumbag, so we're gonna have a Starian steal from him for sure. It's gonna be a tough check, but we're gonna make it happen.
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. We're a danger to all of us.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Then one of them could be a spy for the Absolute.
Right, get those out of here.
Return to your homes. That's an order.
Why don't you protect us instead of these scruffy outlanders?
Okay, roll target 17. And I get a +4 from Dex and a +8 from Sleight of Hand. So I'm going to get a 12. Well, I only need to roll a 5 or higher for this. Very nice. That's a 16 and that's a 16. That's pretty risky. I'll get Cold Snap because that's a 5. Do the easy pickings. Steal a Scroll of Darkness, then use darkness to obscure his vision, and then and then he won't be able to see me escape. Wonderful. All right, that's done. And then off we go. Well, we'll take the gold that we spent at the very least. Put me on top. Put me on top. Run away, everyone.
Farmers, Chris. What are we gonna do in the city?
Pretty sure they'll need laborers to shore up the walls.
Right. You'll notice that he's been robbed at any time, but we are out of there already. Oh. Whoa. Oh shit.
I wish the cult hadn't burnt our farm though.
It's not just him. So someone said, been like, hey, I've been robbed. And the Flaming Fist actually ran through to like go and check on it too. We're going to get a GTA wanted level. We're going to get a GTA wanted level. All right. It's a good roll. That's what happens when you've got that incredible Sleight of Hand and then with advantage. Thank you for the gold, Astarion. Thank you so much. Scroll of Darkness will help us get away. And offhand only is a pretty fun one. Missing you with an attack. I don't know what we'll do with that, so we'll just send it to the camp for now. Now, Dominate Person. I'll give that to you, Astarion, and then Karlak's going to enjoy the Dwarven Thrower so much. Right, thank you for your service, Astarion. Whenever we need an asshole to be dealt with in this city, we know who to call.
Just what I need.
Soldier. You know I'm up for it, but your party excellent.
Same amount of damage for attacking, and we get to throw it anyway. And the throwing items that we have for Karlak, Gortash is gonna get it, I'll tell you that much.
guard is busy with their patrol and has no time for idle chatter.
And the fact that there's actually like the option for there to be trouble in the form of a patrol like that, so be careful.
You've a love-struck look about you, Karlak.
I'm busy. Mind your own.
No, I talked to some. Do not let it distract you from the task ahead. Pointless old lady dialogue just got away from companion dialogue. That was the worst timing. I'd already clicked on it. Alright, let's go back towards the Rivington spot. Oh no, that's point of no return that way.
Nearly there now. See the city.
Welcome to Rivington. South, Coast Way. North, Worms Crossing.
What's going on here? Nuvia Dog, Arthur Gregorio, and goats.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
Calm down and tell me what's going on.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property.
Relax, you don't need all this space. These people do. Everyone wins.
My point exactly.
They're like kobolds. You let one in and soon the place will be crawling with them.
Ye gods, this guy's begging to get smacked.
This man's indignant demeanor barely masks a seething anxiety. There's more to this situation than he's letting on.
I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home! Either they leave, or I'll make them.
You seem to be a little on edge. Are you all right, Mr. Landlord?
But wouldn't you be on edge if your beautiful home had been defiled by such brazen interlopers?
I still have my Eagle's Splendor on now, which is actually quite good. How about you live and let live, and I let you live in return? Or DC of 20 with a situational advantage. I'd like to actually get this one. One D8, 1D12. God. Nice.
Fine, fine. They can stay. Just don't blame me when they turn on you like the mongrels they are.
I respect your hustle, sweetheart, but it won't work on me. You've stepped on the guild's toes, and we'd like a little something to make it better.
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
Or what?
I'd say you'll live to regret it, but honestly, I'm not so sure you'd live.
Kick some sense into this upstart. Melee attack. +5 dexterity, +4 melee weapon proficiency, gloves of crushing, +4 tavern brawler, +4 favorable beginnings. Out of just sheer plus points, I'm going to smack some sense into you with a total bonus of +18. Knock some sense into this upstart. Screw you and your guild, I say. Look at me. You see what I've been through? I've got no time for your bullshit. Donk! And I flick them on the nose with such a force.
That was a mistake on your part, sweetie. A mistake the guild will hear about. Come on, boys. We've got places to be.
I'ma flick their noses too. Later. Gleeful Clong. I got no time for bullshit in Baldur's Gate. You see what I look like now? I don't have time for you people being assholes to people that need housing.
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you.
You are quite welcome. How did you end up here?
Same way lots of us did. Trying to get away from the army of the Absolute. If you had the chance to put a roof over your family's heads after being on the run for Torm knows how long, wouldn't you?
Well, no one's telling you to leave. Have all the roof you want.
We will stay. For now. I just hope he doesn't pay anyone else to come sniffing round. Thank you. And may Torm keep you.
You're quite welcome.
You're the first person in this city to have our backs. Thank you. Really.
Securing hospitality inspired. No. And finders keepers. Damn, I think we got all our inspirations back that we burned. There you go. Help the squatters keep their temporary abode and save the squatters from being kicked out. Yeah, see, if Astarion was here, disapproval. And like, bloody hell, mate, have some compassion.
Good thing you sorted that out. I was this close to chucking a knife right between that trollop's eyes.
Alright, well that's not going to help anything. Just a spot of intimidation. Ew. What's upstairs? Are there birds inside or is this a balcony? There are birds inside! What the fuck? I'm sorry, what are birds doing inside? Ooh, scratch a sniff.
Right tool will do the trick.
I'll get there. There's a hole in your roof. You should be more worried about the birds and the holes in your roof than the state of your mansion. Arthur's private musings. An unfinished love story handwritten by Arthur Gregorio, whose name is attached to the bottom of every page. Her ample bosoms fluttered like dove's fingers, brushing against his nails. The very ends of his moustache stood to attention as the fire stirred behind his eyes. No doubt this was love. Love, love! The stuff that dreams are made of. It made him sweat to think of it. The graceful, enduring, blossoming magnitude of what it all, the priceless, breathless, weightless, sheer, romping joy of it. He's writing erotic novels. Ooh. Hello. We got fancy pants noble clothes. Does everyone want to pretend to be nobles? As classic a design as one can hope for, it even has the frumpy wrinkles, a snakeskin hat, and a delicately constructed outfit, and chandelier style embroidered ensemble. Well, Will already looks fascinating. Oh man. I'll wear this when I'm walking around town. I still wish you could have casual outfit and hat on at the same time. All right, everybody, get dressed. We're being nobles. Get your sandals on. That's cursed. That is so cursed. Alright, forget I said anything. Forget I said anything. Back to camp with this. Snakeskin hat is so cool. Erotic novels and a snakeskin hat to boot. This is what you get for being an asshole, Arthur. Toymaker's basement key. You're a toy maker, are you? Journey through the jungle. The adventures of one Baron von Baron and his goblin guide Jor as they brave the thick jungles of Chult. Been a while since we've read a nice book that hasn't been like tied to the environment. The sun had just fallen below the horizon when I first heard its call, 1,000 reed pipes at once, whistling a single beautiful, terrible song. Ulu Thalong, said Jor, it's coming. Jor dropped her pack and scurried up the nearest biter. Or bitter? Biter? With a bit more effort, I climbed a tree of my own, and the two of us surveyed the grassy ground beneath. Oh, there it was again, above and beneath and all around, so close my skull vibrated from the sound. The ferns and foliage under me rippled and swayed. Jor held a finger to her lips to demand my silence, and in one motion, it snatched her. A vine, a tentacle, it hardly mattered. The hunter had found its prey. Jor's screams swelled, then faded as Ulu Thalong dragged her away. I leapt down to give chase, but the creature left no mark behind. The grasses were untrampled, the shrubs unbroken. I had only the memory of that harrowing call to guide me. And as we find ourselves, squatting in a mansion, I think this is a good opportunity for our team to make camp. And we'll also have a sleep in the mansion. See if there's any story developments now. Letter to Mamselle Amira, draft. Madam Amira, thank you for the invitation. You know how much I love Charis's caress, but I still haven't lived down my last experience with the Drow twins, and I fear they won't have forgotten my little mishap. So that was probably my last visit. I hope you'll understand. The Drow twins, eh? I can reach the pouch, but not the row of books. Rude. Wonderful. Okay. I think we'll all take a rest in here. What do you reckon, team? Just pretend that the camp looks like this this mansion. Okay, we're just going to go straight for an end of the day. Oh, that was Scratch disappearing. I was like, huh? We're also going to do a full rest because Gale can get back all of his level 2 spell slots because he tried to put that arsehole to sleep.
I never quite realized how burdened I was until I met you. The threat of the Shadow Curse, the politics of the Grove. I was forgetting who I was. But you lifted the fog. Thank you.
So the fog's lifted. What have you discovered?
You. I discovered you. I have lived a very long time. I have taken many lovers. My heart does not stir lightly. But it does now.
Many lovers. Perhaps your heart stirs more easily than you think.
Like I said, I've lived a long time, traveled far and wide. I've lain with elf maidens under the boughs of oaks. I've had a Neelantha pirate claw my back and cry my name until he was hoarse. And I've been to the Underdark. Many times. I want more than to fight at your side, or sit around the campfire with you. I want to lay with you under the stars and feel your skin against mine. I think you feel the same way. Once the power of the Shadow Curse was broken, the connection was undeniable. We both felt it.
Bro.
But tell me I'm wrong, and the matter can rest. I do not wish to sour our friendship, but I have to know if it can be something more.
This man's about to flex out of those arm belts on me. That is just insane. Can I say I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested, but I'm in a relationship, and then he proposes a threesome, right? Whoa, that's crazy. I love the stories of like, I slept with a lot of people. The Underdark, those mushroom people, by the way, they're fucking crazy in bed. So you're taking a look at this smug mug of mine and you want a taste, do you? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested. But I'm already in a relationship.
You have bonded with Karlach, body and soul. Her scent lingers on your skin. If there is to be anything between us, it must be with her consent. And perhaps someday, her participation.
Oh, there's the ability to get permission. to actually get consent in the matter, and then also can they do it? The Dragon Age Isabella threesome. Whoa! That's awful. You just want to share? What do you mean?
Some treat their relationships like a walled garden. Tidy, tamed, cut off from the world. That is their right, but it is not for me. I do as nature does, and let my heart run wild. Desire flourishes wherever it finds purchase.
Now, polyamorous druid king. You don't believe in monogamy. It's very interesting because these are like the moments in time where you have a lot of like the concept of being monogamous, non-monogamous, polyamorous, group sex, all of that kind of stuff. That's not a recent concept at all. I think the terminology in terms of like the language around it is. So I guess this is more of like a this is put in place in a way that gamers or like just people in general can like understand the modern terminology and the language. But I could be wrong. I don't feel like monogamy, non-monogamy, polyamory, all of those sort of words fit in the setting, but I mean, it is a D&D adventure and a modern one at that, so it does make sense. It's just interesting to see, I think, to like break it down to that. Like, you don't believe in only being tied to one person? Soul twins? You don't believe in monogamy?
It has its place, but it is not for me. The wolf mates for life, but the bear roams free and partners as its instinct dictates. I need to stay true to my nature, and you to yours. Perhaps you are like me, or perhaps not.
Like, you want to sleep with a bear? That'd be kind of wild. The logistics of that is super strange, I think. But I will speak with Karlak. Maybe Karlak wants this. It's not off the table, but also don't be offended if we keep our friendship where we've never flirted ever, and he's never flirted with me, on the table.
Take your time. I'll be waiting.
You'll be waiting and longing and lusting. God damn, Halson. All right.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, he is listening. He overheard that whole conversation. Karlak, help. Need your protection.
Hey, you. I'm kind of only interested if it's a group thing. Because I think that would be hilarious. I need to discuss something with you about us and House.
Uh-huh. I was wondering if this might come up. I've seen the two of you with your heads down more than once now. So go on, what is it?
Oh, nice. So there's two ways that you can do it, where there's more of a romantic angle, which he is so, like, romantically horny about it, because he's like, I want you. I want to lie under the stars and feel your skin, baby. And then we've also got, want to have a threesome, Karlak? What would you think about inviting a bear into our bed? Now, personally, I don't condone or feel any positive feelings towards bestiality, but it's weird when it goes into the druid nature of things, doesn't it? It's just like, it becomes a sense of strange, very strange roleplay of like, I'm going to dress up as a nurse. What if I dressed up as a bear? We're taking furry sex to the next level. Can we just have Halson in his current muscular form? I'd much prefer that. What do you think about inviting a bear into our bed?
Our bed? Look, I'm not opposed in theory, but that's really not where I'm at right now. Not in my soul, not in my body. Halson's great. If there was going to be someone more, I could see it being him. But not now. Probably not ever.
Totally respect that. Yet I asked, I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize. I want to know what's on your mind. Always. Look, I don't want to be with Halsin like that. But if you do, that matters to me. We've only got our lives, after all. Short ones. Possibly very short with all the mad shit we get up to. Look at me. You're very important to me. Your happiness is very important to me. If Halsin will make you happy, what can I say but go for it? I don't need to hear all the gory details, mind. But have a little fun while you can.
We kind of knew this element of her anyway because of the whole have your fun with your angry alien sort of thing, because we couldn't touch. And interesting because that ends, even though she seems to be still kind of open. I kind of wish that there was further dialogue options after she said that for me to choose whether I want to or not and kind of confirm that with her.
What's on your mind?
About our relationship.
Go on.
Can I kiss you?
Oh, yes.
This will be my dialogue option way of saying, that's okay, I just want you, baby. Halsin just came with a curious proposition and I thought we should talk about it. I'm only interested if it's a group thing. Love that. Alright, sorry Halsin, I'm going to say no, buddy boy.
Did you find time to speak with your partner? A potentially delicate topic, I understand.
Camp orgy, camp orgy. Let's just bring everyone in. Moon maidens included. Now, the thing that kind of bugs me about this is I'm scared to open this to have something happen because I'd want more of like a, I'm gonna, pass on it, But then is every time I speak to Halsin now, this is just gonna be, he'll just say, did you find time to do this? I feel like I'll do this to hopefully be able to say no. And if it doesn't work that way, I'm going to reload out of the conversation because I don't want this for my character. I'm just trying to open this to refuse. And be like, look, bro, nothing against you, but let's keep it casual in a friendship sense. But Karlach did say she's open to what you proposed. She doesn't want to join.
Truly. This is most welcome news. She must be as strong in spirit as she is in body. Now we will have each other.
No.
But not just each other. Our hearts are free to roam, together or apart, as nature designed.
No, I want the ability to... Why isn't there a dialogue option to be like, I'm not interested? You know what I mean? Why does the game assume I want it? I wanted to have a conversation about it because it's an interesting thing to talk about, I think. And it coming up like that, it's like you can't really just ignore it and then leave it. You have to try and put it to bed somehow, What comes now?
Now I need to restrain myself until we're afforded a quiet moment. Seek your bedroll when you are ready. But do not expect much sleep.
Oh, can I just kind of climb? No!
I have longed to hear your voice. Speak to me.
Yeah. Wow, so that has entered relationship dialogue? Okay. Let's just pretend that this dialogue has been written completely differently. Because for the sake of my own roleplay experience that the game is not catering to, we had the conversation. It was a productive and open-minded conversation between Halsin and Karlach. Karlach said her piece, and I went, you know what? I'm really interested if it's a group thing. So I'll say to Halsin, hey, Karlach and I spoke about it, and I just don't feel like it's going to go that way.
I see. If that is truly your desire, then I shall respect it. No matter how much I wish it was not the case.
I'm sorry, but you can't do this.
Then, very well. This chapter is at an end. I can only hope you have many more, each filled with happiness, I will remain by your side whenever you wish, of course. As ally, advisor, friend. In any way you desire, save for as a lover.
This man will do anything for me.
Oakfather preserve you.
Now that is what I'm talking about. Preserve me, baby. Yeah, so for the sake of that conversation, that's how I want that dialogue to go. So insert what I want. And I think that's the positive of a protagonist that doesn't have voiced lines, is I can insert my own voice into this as it's my story. I think that the Halcyon thing could be a lot of fun, like I said. If Karlach was open to it being more of a group setting, that would work for me. But I felt so bad. Yeah.
What's on your mind? Go on.
I'm gonna kiss you again.
Oh, yes. It's a good old life, isn't it?
Yes. Just to make sure that we're all good. I ended it with Halcyon. We didn't even start anything. Maybe one of these days we'll check that out. All right, team. Time for us to go to bed. I was not expecting Halcyon to be so... Well, yes, I was. But at the same time, I was like... I didn't expect that type of depth to the discussion and conversation. I think that's really amazing, and it's cool. I think a really fun element of like people that do Dungeons and Dragons campaigns is when they flirt with NPCs or other characters for fun, and it makes this interesting dynamic. Halcyon is just like the horny character. If it was Jaheira, maybe we'd be having a bit more of a conversation. I think Karlach would be like, Jaheira, my hero. That's why they're across from each other, and they're both steeped in bliss, and it's got nothing to do with that resonance stone in the Traveler's Chest, guys. Time to go to bed. Heavy nighttime conversations. Man, this is just how we sleep now, not comfortably. Cool. Alright, I'm glad that that can progress, the conversation can progress in a way where I haven't just, like, had Halcyon kidnap me and take me into the woods, you know? Alright. No exclamation marks, wonderful. We've had another long rest. Tensions in the camp, sexual tensions at that, have been put at ease. And this is where we will bring this episode of Baldur's Gate 3 to a close. We had a beautiful sleep in Arthur's mansion, and we will explore more of Rivington next time and discover some more things, talk to some more characters, see what this place has to offer. I am at a point in the game where it's really, really hard to put it down. Like, it's the opposite of feeling fatigued this far in. It just continues to pick up and ramp up so much more with the character interactions and dynamics, and it gets so very interesting. It's like that true proper investment into a Dungeons & Dragons campaign that everything just becomes so much more developed, and it is so much fun, so enjoyable, and I cannot wait to see what lies around the corner. Thank you so much for watching today. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time.